Another day, another Picoin video, and congratulations, today we are up 4%, which is great to see, but it's still only 82 cents, which is down significantly from where we started making content, where I told you I thought it was going to go down lower. Now, I'm very excited to see Picoin go up 4%. Could this be the bottom, or is there more pain to come? Let's discuss exactly that, but please remember that nothing in my videos is ever financial advice. Now, as we see, Picoin right now is 82 cents. If we jump over to weeks, where I've told you you guys can trade this both long and short if you want to, you can actually bet on the price going back up to all-time highs, for example, or heading a lot lower from where it is right now. You can do all that with leverage as well. So if you want to do so, there is a link to weeks in the description, guys, and you can get up to $30,000 of a bonus. Plus, I convinced them to give away $2,000 of pie to 20 winners. So literally all you need to do to win your slice of the pie is sign up using my link down there in the description and do a little bit of trading, which you probably were going to do anyway. So with that said, the price now 82 cents. What can we see from this chart? Well, we see a big push to the upside, right? And now a collapse to the downside. Why is this happening? It's simple. It's because people are getting their tokens unlocked and they're selling them because, one, it was free to mine. Two, the price is going down and people are panicking. And three, some people are probably losing hope because there really isn't that much marketing going on. The Pi team, even though they have a token that is worth $5 billion, is really not putting any of that money into the marketing, into the social media. And I think a lot of people are pissed off by that. Also, there was a lot of excitement around a Binance listing, which I still think could probably still happen. However, they're not going to list a token that could absolutely crater, or when they do list it, well, I mean, it does happen all the time, but it's kind of written in the code right now that it was going to collapse from, $1 to $3 and then at some point have a little bounce. But probably have more chance of it being listed if what happens is the price travels sideways for a little bit of time or starts to trend upwards and we see this longer term idea. Because remember, it was only listed, February 20th. So it's only been about a month since it was listed. Now, it's not looking too bullish on the charts here. However, we do seem to have found a low at about 77 cents, which was just yesterday. So I wouldn't be getting too excited about this because we did push to the upside 88 cents and have since come down. So what I want to do is wait now. First of all, we want to break about the psychological level of $1, flip that into a support, and then we're going to have resistance along the way: $1.10, $1.30, $1.60, and then about $2. So those are the regions that I would look at on a technical level. And what we really need is a more bullish environment for crypto overall. Right now, Bitcoin is $87,000. And the reason why I think that it isn't doing too hot overall is simply because the S&P 500 has also come down. So what we want to see is a bullish environment for the S&P 500, for the macro. Then we might see a bit more of a bullish environment for Bitcoin and in turn the altcoins, which of course Picoin is one of them. But we are seeing some coins start to rocket, the likes of Walrus, the likes of Berachain, and of course Sui. I myself am trading Sui, and it's one of my best performing positions so far. 71% gain since I started trading it, up 16,000%. So remember, if you guys do want to trade and you have your own strategy over here on Weeks, I have Bitcoin, I have Solana, I have Sui, all of which are doing very nicely, over about $8,000 of profit now. And all I did, guys, was buy when everyone else was scared. This is the philosophy that I trade with. I buy when people are scared and I take profits when the market starts to get euphoric, which I'm hoping we go into soon. If the market gets euphoric, because we've given away a lot of gains for Pi already, it could actually be a good thing that the price is down. It gives way more room for upside, guys, way more room. Now, in my opinion, there is still room for the downside because at 5 billion, it still places Sui at a relatively high and I think unfairly high place in here. It's 24, right? I don't think it deserves to be higher than the likes of, for example, Uniswap or Aptos or Pepe maybe, or ICP. We have to see where these things go. Or are they, guys? I think it should be lower than this, really. However, what we've seen time in, time out, it doesn't matter what things, coins and tokens are doing. It matters what you guys think about it. So if there's a big enough community that eventually, soon, hopefully, stops selling and in fact starts buying, it could be that Picoin goes up soon. Now, something that might rocket the price of Pi would be the likes of a Binance or Coinbase listing. That's what people are excited about. Now, if that does happen, I would assume it will be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And what's important to understand is you may be bullish on Pi in the long term, which is great. If the price is down now, that gives you an opportunity to dollar cost average for the long term. However, if you're buying now and the price absolutely rockets and you're in it for the short term and a trade, this could be a perfect environment. You wait for news like a new exchange listing, you get that news, and then as the price starts to rocket, you start to take profit. That's what's made me profitable in this market over the long term, staying away from being emotional. Now, I got this comment. I really like your take in general, but I have a question. For all the miners that are selling, why would you sell something at this state and time and not wait, since you haven't invested anything money-wise? All you have truly invested in this time is so long story. Is time so long story short hold and let it unfold it only been on the mainnet for a month. I read that in like perfect English before, but it does seem to be pretty hard to read it now. But I think I can tell you, I think the reason why people are selling is simple, because they thought it was going to rocket on launch and it didn't. Most people are not patient. Most people are actually not in these things for the long term. So you can listen to this video and you can be like, this guy's bearish and I hate him and I'm never going to watch his videos again. That's fine. Pretty much every other piece of content about Pi on YouTube is extremely bullish. So if that's what you want to see, you should see that. But I actually take pride in the fact that I started making content between $1.50 and $3. And that meant that anyone who watched that video, I said this probably isn't a great time, and it's since come down significantly. So hopefully I saved some people from going all in on Pi, and now they have a much better opportunity if they are long-term. I'm an advocate of finding things you believe in. Personally, I don't believe in Pi for the long term right now. I need to see the utility continue to grow. I need to see the team actually come out and do what they say they're going to do. Maybe put some money into marketing. Maybe put some money into, making the videos that you film a little bit higher tech. Like, my videos shouldn't be clearer than yours. You're $1 billion company, all right? When I see stuff like that, then I might start to be more long-term bullish. I'm excited to see where this could go. This is a completely new thing that has actually launched and so far is doing really well, all right? So I'm excited to see where it can go, but we have to be realistic about these things. So if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. And if you do want to trade Picoin and you believe it could go up or down, you can bet on that over on weeks, or you can simply buy it on the spot market. But this is a good exchange because it's non-KYC, so no VPN needed, no personal data or details you need to share. Plus, part of that $2,000 in Pi you guys can grab just from signing up and following the rules down there in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.